Hello, welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to a new video. So today we're going to take a look at Bitcoin to start with, and then we'll have a look into Cardano in both USDT and the BTC pair, and have a look at some key levels that we could invest in and some price targets going forward if the market does spin around. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. And now let's crack straight on. So this is Bitcoin, as you can see, not looking too good. This is the daily time frame on the Tether pairing. We have hit those highs up at 40k, the low-cost highs, would you say, and we are starting to retrace. I did put a tweet out the other day saying this area here was a good area to potentially buy. If we just look at that on a 4-hour, look a little better. Or the potential trades up. I actually opened a long on Bitcoin within this range this week, and I managed to trade nice and take some profit around here. Close that trade because it was looking nasty, and as you can see, we have dropped right through that golden ratio level now. In terms of price, where we're going to go, I think this is the next major level. It was 786 at 33,226. I think that is going to be a major level. I mean, look at these. We had some body closures around this region here within that structure. There's not much structure below us, to be honest. I mean, if you just look at this on the daily first, zoom right out. I'm on my laptop, so I have to bear with it. As you can see, there's not much structure within this region. We've got this a little bit here, but below that, there's nothing really. There's no consolidation. It was just a bang up and then a bang up here. So there's not much structure within this region. So we just have to be wary of that. So going back into a 4-hour, like I say, this is the last area where we had some strong support. Well, no daily closures pretty much below this, even on 4-hour, should I say. And I think we are coming back down to test this region at around 33k before we see some reaction. If we do keep dropping through that, then we're coming down here at 30k. This level has held up as support very well last time. Picked up what must have been a hell of a lot of liquidity. Drove to the upside, and now we are on that sell-off from that initial relief rally. So in general, it's not looking too good at the minute. I think we are going to fill some orders down at 786 level. And then if we do close below that, we're just going to have to monitor price and try as much as we can to prop the price up and not let it drop below 30k, because 30k is a massive level. I think that's a huge key psychological area and a big area of liquidity. But let's monitor price for here, and hopefully we can get within this region. So jumping into ADA. We'll have a look at a USDT pair first, and then we'll have a look at the Satoshi pair afterwards. So this is the 4-hour time frame, which we'll do most of the analysis on. Have a look at some buy zones first. So this was the bottom on the 23rd of May, talking 6 days ago now. We did hit some highs, so we dropped all the way down to, let's get that on. We dropped down to $1.05 on this recent bottom here. We popped back up, hit 184. In terms of a price rise, we did a 74% recovery, which has pretty much died off, and we are dropping down, which looks like we are dropping to this golden ratio level here at $1.35. So if you're looking to place some orders, I would ladder a few down, so probably a couple at 135. I would drag them all the way down to 122. They, in my opinion, are good buys, long-term investment prices. If it goes further down, short-term, then that's just the way the market is, and you just have to take it on the chin. But I think those levels around there, long-term, are great investments, considering if you have a bit of a zoom out, where we've been in the past. All-time high up at 250, so you're talking 50% discount on them all-time highs already. And inevitably, I do believe that this year, towards the end of the year, even going towards mid-year, I think we will get a nice recovery, and you will be quite surprised how much this market bounces back. But, like I say, on the lower time frames, things are still looking quite bearish, and all I see this is an opportunity. If you can manage to get some orders filled in these regions, or even lower, maybe keep a little bit of a bit of your powder dry for these levels if the market ever did come down to there. But fingers crossed it doesn't, and we can bounce soon and get a little bit of a relief rally. If you do manage to fill some orders within this region, then you can look at these fib extensions on the way up for your take profit. So you have 165, 153, and 144 are some good levels for you to potentially target if you do get in here. If you're looking for a potential trade setup, then you could do exactly the same. Use these fib levels, so a long position to start with, maybe at this 618 level, with your stop loss potentially around 5%. Usually I don't go any bigger than 5, and then try and target this 382 level here. So you're talking, so we could even target that level at 22% with no leverage. So that's a potential long setup, stop loss in place. If we do power through that, then you're looking for some spot buys within these regions down below. I'm not going to look any further than that level up there. What I will do is, once we do eventually break back above 150, I will jump in some further price analysis and identify some new key levels, because hopefully we can start turning around at some stage and pick some take profit regions on the way up, rather than looking at buy orders for the way down. So that's pretty much the USDT pair covered. Looking at the BTC pair, very similar scenario here. Looking for some buys within that golden ratio down at a 618 level. We did quite a good bounce back on this though. If you look at this price range from, I mean, you could say it was a bottom, up to the top. We managed to do a 48% recovery overall. Hit those highs at pretty much 4,565, and then we have started to retrace. So if you're looking for buys, I would definitely target 3964 satoshis all the way down to 3822 satoshis, and see what the market does. I think some buys at those levels, considering being up to, I think the all-time highs around 6,000 sats, is it? 5,000. Yeah, we've been up to 5,000 satoshis, so potentially we could get back to those levels at some stage over the next few months. Once this dip has managed to weed out a few weekends, and we can literally start to spin around and make some more money. Just looking back to BTC, we are still coming down, so I think that 786 level is probably going to be the area to target before we do start to drop. Before we do start to make a recovery back to the upside. Before I do just wrap this video up, I just want to take a look at the Bitcoin stock to flow model. Never really looked at this on my channel before, and this is a live chart. As you can see, we are currently within this period here of pretty much, this is the halving here, so days until the halving on the right hand side indicates a colour. So we're still a fair way off the next halving. And if you look in the past, whenever this has happened, we have had a sharp rise to the upside, followed by a pullback, followed by a pump up again. Same again here, a rise up, a drop back, and then a big pump. This is what I'm expecting again. I'm not the biggest advocate of this, but it is looking okay in terms of where we are in the growth of this cycle. If you look around here, you could say that and this stage here is probably this stage here. So hopefully this can start to turn a nice yellowy greeny colour soon, and we do get a nice wick to the upside. We could potentially even target that 100k mark that people have been talking about. So in general, let me know what your thoughts are on this stock to flow model in the comments below. If you think it's going to be working out exactly how it has done in the past, because there's nothing currently to say that it's not working, it's not playing out as it should. So let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the stock to flow model, and maybe if you're wanting to have a chat about it, you can jump into my Telegram group, which is a Crypto Troops. You'll find that link in the pinned comment in the description. If it does play out like this, then ultimately BTC rising will drag all the altcoins up, and inevitably that will drag Cardano up in both Satoshi and USDT value. So that is just a brief outline of that. So far, we are going to plan accordingly. It's not exactly how it is every time, but let's see if that plays out. That's going to do it for today's video. If you're new to this channel, then please make sure that you do hit that like button. Make sure that you are subscribed, and I'll catch you next time.